Summer. You can relax and do carefree things like eat ice cream. Simple things in life. But of course, somehow in Judaism, nothing ever ends up being simple. Many of you know this week, Ben & Jerry's ice cream company said that they would stop selling in the occupied Palestinian territories, which means ending their relationship with their Israeli supplier. And subsequent comments asked questions about whether or not they would remain selling in Israel. And I would guess that this is coming from a position of caring. There are millions of Palestinians who are suffering. Most of them, we'll guess, innocently, right? Certainly children, and many people want to find a way to peacefully coexist. Obviously, leadership has been somewhat lacking in this area. But as American Jews who feel compassion for Palestinians and who wish to stand with and support the concerns of the State of Israel, what do you do with a ice cream boycott? I feel like the failure in Ben & Jerry's, it's not one of compassion, it's not malicious. They're trying to do the right thing. But there is something misguided about it. The Israeli government is justifiably concerned about the safety of families in Israel and about the security situation. There are, let's assume, people who don't want to find peaceful coexistence. We know this is the case. But it seems that most do. To just take a side and to say to those who are concerned about the well-being and safety of their families that we will not hear your fears and we're just going to take a side that this is illegitimate isn't a thoughtful position to take. And that's the sort of boycott mentality that I find in companies like Ben & Jerry's. So what we're supposed to do is what we find in the Torah portion this week, where we find the central command to Shema, to hear, to listen, listening to the concerns of both the Palestinians who are suffering and what their concerns and needs are, and also those of Israelis who also have legitimate needs, and not to assume that there's some simple solution that can be done by ice cream companies' foreign policy. We are obligated to listen. We are obligated to support those who want peaceful coexistence and don't merely dismiss the concerns of one side or the other. And when we do that, maybe life will be a little sweeter for everybody. Shabbat Shalom.